Hey everybody, it's Nickel here, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about the Pixel 2 XL. It's their latest attempt at a smartphone, the sequel to the regular Pixel, and I have it here today. I think we're going to talk about maybe like kind of the highlights. If you're looking for a smartphone and you're considering the Pixel 2 XL, these are the things that I think you should take into account. And so first we're going to talk about build quality. Build quality is really good. So the hybrid coating covering the aluminum unibody feels really good. I'm not really sure what it's made of. It's like some sort of paint, but it doesn't feel like plastic. It doesn't feel like metal either, but it feels really solid. I'm sort of worried about scratches, but I haven't seen any yet. I use it a little bit out of a case, but I mostly use a case. This is a case by Distronic. I have the teal one. It's pretty good. And so I think that it should hold up over time, but you may want to look into a case. It is really nice to hold in the hand, and I do like the sort of glass back. When it's in a case, it is sort of annoying though. Dust will accumulate here, like wherever I guess we'll bring this up. Dust will accumulate here, and that's not that great, but so occasionally I take it out to clean it, and dust will accumulate on the sides here because it's a curved screen. But I think overall it's a really solidly built device, and you can't really go wrong here. Most days I'll get at least 5 hours of screen on time. Occasionally I get less. Maybe that's due to using a lot of Google Maps or other like super battery intensive apps. But if you're out and about, you should get 5 to 6 hours of screen on time pretty easy. If you're going to stay home a lot, you may get around like even 7 to 8. I think 1 or 2 days I got 9, which was really amazing to me. You should have no problems reaching the end of the day in like 99% of circumstances. Software, it's really good. I think Google's done some optimizations to make sure that it runs super smooth. I haven't noticed any slowdowns at all. A lot of those features are specific to Android Oreo rather than the Pixel, though there are some optimizations, however. But I'll talk about those in another video, specifically about Oreo 8.1 since it just released. With Google, you do get fast software updates. And next, ActiveEdge. The ActiveEdge feature, when you squeeze the phone to activate it, it's actually really convenient. I never really thought it was that big of a deal. And I suppose if you're looking to get the phone, it's not really a feature that should make you buy it, but it's been a lot more useful than I thought it would be. And it feels really natural, and it's actually easier to activate the squeeze while it's in a case. From my experience at least. And if you think it at all is a really cool feature, then it's definitely a plus. I wish you could remap it, but I would probably actually just keep it mapped to the Google Assistant. The camera is really good. I love the camera. The shots it takes are really good. Low light photos are amazing. In fact, the photos that I take are brighter in the photo taken with this phone than they are in real life. It's actually pretty amazing. I'll take a photo and it'll be way brighter in that photo and more detailed than I could see in real life. And portrait mode is good. I don't use it that much, but portrait mode on the front and the back cameras are really good. I've seen 1 or 2 pictures of a portrait mode photo from an iPhone 10, they look pretty similar. I think the edge detection on the Pixel is a little bit better. And I guess we'll start talking about the bad things. And it's not really the screen. The screen is really good, but there are a lot of potential flaws. One thing that almost every device almost every Pixel 2 XL will have is a blue tint. Let's see if I can bring it up here. If you have a white background and you tint the phone or tilt the phone, it'll show up a little bit blue. I don't really consider that a problem. In fact, most of the time I don't even notice that it's there. If nobody had told me about it, I probably wouldn't have thought it was a problem at all. There are some other issues. From what I've heard, Google's quality control has gotten most of those problems, but you could possibly still get a defective unit. In that case, you could just contact Google support and they should hook you up with a replacement device. I don't think there's any screen problems that should be a deal breaker, just based on how the device should work. But if you don't want to play that lottery, then perhaps you're better off getting another device. And another thing is the lack of a headphone jack. I don't think it's that much of a problem. At least for me, I don't use a headphone jack that much for my phone, at least. But I know a lot of people do use the headphone jack. So if you do use a headphone jack, there is an adapter included in the box, and it sounds really good actually. But I don't think it can replace a lost headphone jack. If that's really important to you, then that's obviously a deal breaker, and you should find an alternative. When talking about the price of this device, it is $850 for the base model with 64 gigabytes of internal storage, and it's $950 for 128 gigabytes. I think Google could have done a little bit better by lowering the price, maybe like $50 to $800 and $900 respectively. But I think $850 is a reasonable price. You'll be using this device for 2 to 3 years, hopefully, and I think if a phone has the exact experience that you want, then shelling out this sort of money is definitely worth it if you're ready to pay this amount. So to some people the price could be a downside. I think Google could have priced it a little bit better, but I think they did a reasonable job at least. So the Google Pixel 2 XL provides a pretty fantastic experience, and it has a pretty long battery life, longer than most phones at least. So I think if you're willing to put down the $850 for what the Pixel 2 XL offers, you probably can't do that much better. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back soon with another video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.